This is a 2006 Infiniti M45, and today I'm here to talk about how to safely and conveniently move a dead 2006 through 2010 Infiniti M that will not move under its own power. So that would be either due to a bad engine or dead battery, whatever the situation might be. This video is going to be divided into three parts. One is going to be release the transmission, two, steer it, and three, tow it or pull it away. For the first part, let's get in here. And what you want to do is make sure this is your shift lock button right here, this area. Some cars might still have the cover. A lot of the M's I've been in do not have that anymore. So what you want to do, my best friend for such cases is usually a strong paper clip. I just keep one of those around, around any car I'm working on. Let me get in here. Push down in there, in that hole, right? As far down as you can go, really. Then you still have to engage the trigger on the other side of it, right? So push as far down as you can, then move this shifter back. And now it's in neutral, as you can see. So that's the first part of it. Release the transmission. It's no longer in drive. The wheels are no longer locked. And so we can move it back and forth. The second part of it, which is well, I'm actually jumping ahead. The second part, in this case, I'll make it the pull, right? So come to your trunk, and sometimes usually your spares are on the left side on this generation of M, and pull this up. This is where your jack and all that other stuff is. Usually what you're looking for is a sudden pouch, and I'm going to go to the spare wheel area. This pouch right here, this is the one I'm going for. And as I said, it could be in many different places, but what you're going for is this tool. This tool right here. This is your friend for towing. So if the vehicle is going to be pulled from the front, you need this. Let's go to the front of the vehicle. Go down under the bumper. Let's go zoom out a little bit. Right here. Go down. And you see that? See this metal thing, this eye? It's a little bit offset to the left side, the driver's side. That's where this one goes in. So what you do is get in here. Your license plate might be in the way. Just an FYI, this one does not have a front license plate, but from experience, I usually end up banging the bottom of the license plate. So you might need to remove your license plate or bend it out of the way, whatever you're most comfortable with. Then get here and thread this in. Make sure it's nice and tight in there, right? And I'll tell you, again, from experience, this is a well-engineered part. You can tow the car up a steep incline with no problems. However, most truck drivers I've encountered don't want to risk that, and instead they go here and they look for a control arm. So they look for one of these or a stabilizer bar or something. So this is your stabilizer bar right here. Or sometimes they go for that aluminum arm. They use the control arm to pull it. My personal preference is to just use the correct one, but I mean, it's up to them and what they want to do for safety, right? So that's part one of the second part of it. From the rear, if the car needs to be pulled from the rear, usually, if the car needs to be pulled from the rear, you have tow hooks right beside the mufflers. And so on this side, on the left side, here it is. All right, you see that? You can see, of course, this exhaust was modified, but here's one. And then there's another one on the other side, right there. So that is the second part of it. Towing, pulling the vehicle away. All that is useless, of course, unless we find a way to steer the vehicle, right? Otherwise, you're going to probably break something. As you can see, this one here had a dead battery. As you can tell, that's locked, right? You can feel it. It's not hard to imagine that if you keep at it, pretty soon you're going to mess something up. So what you do for this one is you get your key. If your battery is dead, and that is the reason you cannot even move the vehicle, get a jump. But what you want to do is juice the car up just briefly. All right. Got my key now. Once you do that, come in here, and if your car is not completely dead, it's going to recognize that. Otherwise, you might need to insert this key into that slot over there. But still locked, right? As you can tell. It's still locked. And what you do is come here, push the button, and as soon as it goes into the second position, it unlocks, right? And instead of turning it off normally, what you do is come back outside and quickly disconnect your source of power, right? And after you do that, I'll leave that for now. Then when you go back into the car, the steering wheel is going to remain unlocked. So as I said, well, it's obviously pretty stiff right now because the wheel's on the ground, but it's not going to lock at all. I hope the video's concise enough and will help make transporting the vehicle that much easier, that much safer. Okay? And with that, we're going to have to say goodbye.